Hi guys, it's Heather Morrison with Bold Beyond Belief, and I wanted to bring you a bunch of quotes today. I adore quotes. And so this quote starts off with, or this Facebook Live starts off with a quote about don't trip over something that's behind you. I love that quote. And I did a talk to a group last week, and I talked about how funny it was that we spend 20 years of our life, the first 20 years of our lives, kind of creating who we are and getting those stories imprinted on us by other people. And we're going to do a little hair zhuzh. There we go. That's a little better. I'm coming to you from outside, by the way. This is the view at my house today. I live at the lake, and it's gorgeous, and the sun's just going down. So I wanted to capture the lighting out here. So, anyways, that's a little glimpse of where I live. But it is freezing out here, so this will be a short Facebook Live. But the whole point of my talk was to talk about how we spend the first 20 years of our lives creating a story, or other people create that story for us, right? Our families, our friends. And then we spend the next 60 or 80 years of our lives trying to unravel that story and try to live with that story and suffering the consequences from that story. So your past shouldn't dictate your future. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's the son or the daughter of someone who was really, really rich. So maybe they didn't have a whole lot of interaction with their parents. The nanny raised them, or the limo driver raised them, right? Because they were so rich, or they didn't come from a whole lot of money. So they have that story that they're dealing with now, right? They didn't have any kind of love or interaction with their parents because their parents were always at work. Or, my parents spent too much time with me and smothered me, and now I have attachment disorder, all right? You get my point. So everybody's got a story. Everybody can be the son, the daughter of fill in the blank, right? That should not dictate who you are going forward. That was a story that was created for you and by people that learned that from when they grew up, right? That was imprinting they received. And you'd like to think that people try to do better than how they were raised, but that's not always the case. And most people, I believe, are doing the best that they can with what they've gotten, with what information they have. So, but that doesn't have to be your story going forward. Right? The past is a preference. It is not a permanent residence. So what I mean by that is that it's a great place to look back and say, oh, okay, I get kind of why I'm acting the way I am now, or how I deal or don't deal with things based on what my past was, but I dictate what my future looks like. Right? It might be criminal the way you were treated in your past, but what's even more criminal is that you're allowing that to now predict how you're feeling every day and what you're doing and what you're not doing every day. So the past is great, but as of today, what is something that you can drop in your life that no longer serves you? That was a story that was created in the past. Let's leave it in the past and see how we can go forward from that. And a lot of times when people do that, they feel this weight is lifted off their chest or their shoulders. And I know that for me personally, that I figured out that I was codependent, and I'll do a whole section on that because there's a big, huge unraveling that goes behind being codependent. And side note, you can be fiercely independent and codependent at the same time. Being codependent doesn't mean that you're dependent on other people. And again, I'll get into that at another time. But when I figured out that's what I was, I went to work to figure out what I was. And then I went to work to figure out how I could get over it. And now I preach about it. So I've used it as my excuse to go forward, not my excuse to stay behind, right? You're either going to use something as your reason to go forward or your excuse not to. So what can you drop today that is no longer serving you, that was just a story or something happened in your past that's not happening to you anymore, right? You're just allowing it to come into your present and your future with you. And knock it off. Tell it it's got to take a back seat, right? Tell it it's no longer allowed on the ride that you're driving now, and it can get out at the next stop. So anyways, I hope this served you guys. I hope you are out somewhere enjoying the day. Here in Portland, it's sunny and it's gorgeous and it's going away. We're getting rain again tomorrow. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope this served you well, and I will talk to you later. Bye.